What's up, everybody? It's Lynchpin. Hey, I just had an amazing thought. Okay, so I know a lot of people, there's a lot of speculation around the emojis. Okay, and I'm here for it. This is entertaining. Like Roaring Kitty DFV, this is like the most amazing thing ever. I love that, like, there's the memes and all this speculation, and it's fun. It's entertaining. Like, too many people take it too seriously, and I get that if you're banking on something, but nobody's forcing you to push the buy button. I'm not telling you to buy or sell. If you do something, that's on you. Okay, you don't have to do anything. Don't blame someone else. As a matter of fact, Endrans, who has a YouTube channel, is on Reddit, has done some great posts on Supersong. One of his posts is the original ones that gave me this idea. I then went and built an entire spreadsheet. If you'd like, I'll do another video and show you that spreadsheet. I'll even give you access. I'm not Richard Newton. I'm not claiming to be super smart or amazing. It's just, I really like this stuff. This stuff is entertaining to me. And I had this thought, okay, that I've put in all these hours, all this work. And I don't think this is the case, but it's a hilarious thought to me is I put in all this work, and then somehow, some way down the line, we find out that DFV was trolling us too with the emojis, and they're meaningless. And it just happened to be confirmation bias and coincidence that I'll explain why this one, these three, and then this section all line up for me in this theory. But if you saw my prior video, you have an idea. But just this thought of what if it meant literally nothing and he was just trolling us, and I oh man, that'd be embarrassing. Like, I put in all this work, I got hours into this spreadsheet and this timeline, and it means nothing. It's just fun to think about. It's all fun and speculation. So if you're not that type of person, go ahead and click away, go away. Nobody needs you around. Like, you can question it and present a differing opinion. That's great. I'd love that discussion. But if you're just going to attack and just hate on it, cool, whatever. I don't even care. Bye. So let's look at the emojis that are most interesting when overlaid with this specific, like, format. You got dead at the very bottom. You have the tweet with the game controller here. Then it's ironic then that the filing date showed he was buying this week. I feel kind of weird buying Chewy is kind of how I'd interpret that. Red for GameStop, blue for Chewy equals purple heart. Two of them talking, we're together. Remember that theme? That tracks in my mind. Maybe I'm wrong, but that tracks in my mind. One weird one I can't explain, and maybe this is just perchance, totally irrelevant. It's up here on the cat, up here on the cat. I know it dropped, but it's up, kind of bigger weeks, kind of interesting. I don't know if that's like the cat system or something to do with him. But this section, be on watch. Okay. I know you could make the argument that, okay, dog emoji was here, but again, that throws off the whole timeline and doesn't make as much sense. Not as many things, if anything, line up at that point. So look ahead to Chewy earnings. He's bought it, which kind of tracks with I'm dumping Chewy, but I've got some speculation or tinfoil there. So Chewy's earnings, Labor Day, watch for GameStop's earnings, red. Okay, there was some great speculation about presidential debate that happened last night, so this week. And that's always been kind of on again, off again. So that's not as reliable, okay, in the timeline. That'd be harder to call. So that's the reason why these weeklies kind of make sense, whether it's whatever cycles or whatever might be going on. That's really interesting to me, right? Like, that kind of tracks, that'd be easier. Liberty Sirius was this week. Okay, not last week. So that would break the theory too, but I don't think that's the case. Now, if he's a time traveler and this is a fire cell, oh boy. Oh boy. And then you have an explosion. Now, I'll let Endrans maybe talk about that on his channel. Then an explosion. I don't know what these mean yet, but my thesis is we will have a good idea by the beginning of October. A couple more weeks. That's my my thesis. Now, I've owned GameStop for years. I'll own it years from now around it. So I'm one of those people who encourages you to just do you, like, man, some people are getting toxic around this, like just hating on each other for stuff, hating on each other for speculation, even on Supersong. That was the point of that subreddit. So, I mean, you've lost the plot, but also, like, if you don't want to present alternative theories, and I get that, like, there's been so many people are exhausted with it. They don't really care. They just want to wait for Moaz and being on the moon. I love that. Then don't be here watching these kinds of videos. Don't get invested in the community and digging into it. To me, it's entertainment. It's fun. It's endless. Like, I seriously have had more entertainment from DFV's tweets and this whole debacle, the live stream, and the way that Wall Street attacks him and hates us, and all of that stuff is so much more entertaining than any movie. And I'm a massive movie buff. I love movies, but this is better. This is so great. This is real life stuff. So kind of amazing. I do want to touch on one final thing with the offerings. Okay. So straight up front, I think RC's pretty great overall, but some of his decisions irritate me. And that's how I feel as a shareholder. You don't have to respect my opinion, but I can have it. So if you're just going to shill everything as perfect from him, uh, yeah, whatever. But I don't get this offering yet, but I have some speculation. Okay. These built up the war chest. And again, he's looking to change the company and evolve it. And I love that. Okay. And I think he's capable of that. And I think he's smart. And some of his decisions are frustrating because I think some of it's out of his hands, like being able to divulge much. You don't want to give your enemies too much information. I just think he could do a little more for shareholders. I really do. I think he could defend the stock a little more sometimes. And, so I have my issues overall. I'm fine with him, but I'm not a fan. Like, don't meet your heroes. I don't care if it's politics or something else. Like, everybody's imperfect. There's issues everywhere. You got to earn the respect. So this one doesn't make sense unless this isn't immediate. And this is, I have no idea. But if he kind of knew it was going to get, or had a guess that it's going to get more volatile again, which, cheers, I would think is at least by here or soon thereafter. If you had that offering ready to go, you don't have to file it. There's no delay. You could, say it shot up to 40 or something. You could capitalize on that at that moment. So that's a thought that I have, is maybe because it's so much smaller too. So it's kind of weird because these were big and made sense, and there's a lot more to come. But that was interesting to me. So I don't know. What's your thoughts? What's your speculation about it? I'd love to chat more about it, and yeah, just kind of get everybody's thoughts and feelings about what's going on, because like I said, I can't explain all of this. The most interesting emojis to me in this timeline, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seem to line up out of the 35. That is not a good ratio. When you say that out loud, that's 20%. But it makes a lot of sense when you look at where they line up. Because again, maybe some of these are fillers, and some are meant to represent key dates like Labor Day, the controller for the tweet. This is when the filing would take place. You know what I mean? Like, just kind of interesting. And we can only speculate. We may never know. Again, don't do or don't not do anything based on what I say. But I have fun with this. This is awesome. Thanks for stopping by and watching. If there's an interest, maybe I'll share my spreadsheet and show you some of my other thoughts or ideas. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you soon.